Okay, you guys, before we take you on a tour and show you around Mostar, let me explain to you why we came into Bosnia illegally. So if you watched our last video on Sarajevo, you know that we tried to get into one border and we were denied. And the reason we were denied is because we had a rental car from Italy. And in this rental car, you were supposed to get the original documents, which is like a passport for the car. But the company we rented with, this car rental company, only provided us with a photocopy. And when we got to the Bosnian border, they said, you cannot enter. So even though, our passports were okay, everything was fine, the car didn't have the legal right to come into the country without this original document. So we called the company in Italy, the car rental company. We asked them, how come you guys didn't give us the original? And then they started yelling at us saying, why would we give you the original? They probably weren't yelling, but they were like very animated. You know how they are. So it sounds like they're yelling. Maybe they weren't, but they were like, we can't give you the originals because then you could steal the car and all this. So anyway, long story short, we went back and forth and there was like nothing we could do about it. Instead, we just had to turn around. But that wasn't what we wanted to do because we had a hotel booked and we had activities and we were planning to go to Sarajevo. So we decided to go to the next border. And this is what we didn't tell you in the last video. Basically, when we got to the border, we kind of pleaded with the guy because he looked in his system and he could tell that we already tried another border crossing. He's like, you were already denied, why are you coming here to try? So we explained to him, we have this hotel booked and we've got, things to do. And he basically looked at us after pleading a few minutes. He was like, I could pretend I didn't see you come in. And we were like, okay, and he goes, I help you, you help me. So long story short, that's how we got in. But the problem is now we weren't properly stamped into the country. So we're driving on these streets and highways and roads, and we didn't realize there was gonna be like checkpoints as we went along. So they had police checkpoints and we were like this, like the whole time, so nervous to be in this country without the proper stamp in our passport. So as we were leaving Sarajevo, we decided to stop in this beautiful town of Mostar. So we are right now driving direction Croatia, and we decided to stop in this town called Mostar. And this is the old town that we're going to show you, and the most famous bridge. Mostar is a super popular destination here in Bosnia because of this old famous bridge, which is 400 years old. It's 90 feet and 27 meters wide, and it stands at about 69 feet high, which is 21 meters, over the Neretva River. It's actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Looks like a cave underneath the water, like you dive down and look at the rocks.
People cliff dive up here, you know that?
Oh yeah? I didn't know that.
It looks deep enough.
Oh my gosh, look what we just found. These guys are about to jump.
I want to keep it my level. Let's go first in the diving spot. Come with me, come with me. Oli, come with me.
I guess they're not jumping. That was maybe just more of an instruction on how to jump.
To infinity! Bro.
It's actually really high. It's 21 meters high. So as you can see from up there, it didn't look like he was jumping that far, but he was. What's really cool about this bridge is that it was destroyed during a war. I'm not sure which one. And they used every single brick and rebuilt the whole bridge back again. It's pretty impressive. So it's 4 in the afternoon already. We're all hungry, so we're stopping for some more. Here they call it rota.
No, that's the name of the restaurant.
Oh, that's the name of the restaurant.
Getting checked.
More shipats. And as we were leaving Mostar, we were on a time crunch because we didn't expect to stay that long in this little cool area of Bosnia. And we needed to get to the ferry to get to the island of Sinan. And so Google was telling us if we take the main roads, we're going to be late and miss the ferry. But if we take these like windy kind of sketchy roads, it looked like normal until we started driving and it got more and more crazy. That way we would get there on time. So that's what we decided to do. So we're on this sketchy road and we'll explain to you why in a few minutes. Okay, so we took this crazy road, first of all, so we don't miss our ferry from Dubrovnik over to Sinan, the island where we're staying. But what's crazy is we're taking this sketchy road and then we were so nervous because we're illegally here and we didn't want to get in trouble. So we took this like sketchy road to save time, but then the more sketchy it got, the more we were like, this is not good because what if there's not even a border crossing? What if it's just a fence? We have to go all the way back around. What if they're wondering why we're taking the sketchy way versus the normal way? But then we met these 2 nice Americans that were also taking the wrong path ahead of us. And we stopped them because we actually turned around and we're like, do you guys know if there's a border crossing? They're like, we don't know. Google sent us this way. So we figured the worst case scenario will say Google sent us here as well, which technically it did.
My comment to that is anytime you go towards your fear, moments of synchronicity happen.
And we're
keep saying that over and over.
Tyler was so nervous. He's like, I'm getting flushed and are my cheeks red? Guys, I don't think this is a good idea.
And Chloe was
so nervous. We made it back into the European Union. Never been so happy to not get, put in jail or something.
Now, do we not have to go through the Croatian border?
Yeah, but that one's easy.
That one's coming up.
Yeah, that's easy peasy.
So where are we right now? In like the no man's?
You can literally walk home.
No man's land.
That's the water. That's the island.
Look at the road we're on. This is just like insane. Like some crazy road. So guys, thanks so much for watching our quick time here in Bosnia and Mostar. Make sure you subscribe and stay tuned. Hit the notification bell if you want to see more of our videos, and we'll take you on a tour of Croatia next. See you next time. Bye.